Hello, hello, hello. This is our first time going live on YouTube. Hopefully this is working well, and it says it's working and it's working well. So, hey, who
Hey,
knows?
everybody.
So, I'm Danielle Ralston.
And I'm Vida Carey.
We are the ADHD coaches, ADHD coaches, neurodivergent coaches behind ND Out Loud. And we are super excited to be able to start going live here on YouTube to really share who we are, what we do, tips, tricks, all of that thing. But today we're talking about doing Disney ND style. So what does that mean?
So Disney indie style for me means we're giving people permission to unmask. Like there's zero shame. There is a group of people that you're going to be able to do it with because it's always easier to unmask when you're in a group of people. So we're creating safety and space, and we're taking everybody to Disney World because if you can't have fun and be unmasked at Disney, like that's a whole different kind of trip you need.
Oh yeah, it is. And we're going to have that kind of trip
later on.
So if you're not ready for Disney World, we will have something for you probably early middle to next year, 2025. But we're creating this trip to help people, one, find their community and unmask with their community. Because that's like the biggest thing for us as neurodivergents is to being able to unmask in a safe space. That's like the thing that we will keep mentioning over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, and so you see it sometimes on TikTok, they'll say like, what flavor is your autism or what flavor is this? So it's like people really do have different flavors of neurodivergent tendencies. And the group that's going to be able to go on this trip to Disney is a very specific group. The group that needs to go to a very calm, relaxing place in a forest, very different group. But the cool thing is, with the right kind of scaffolding and coaches, we can navigate all of those. So we're super, super excited to be able to bring the, wild, loud, too much part of ourselves to Disney.
And there is no safer place to go wild and let yourself go than Disney. And I forgot to put my ears on beforehand.
Me too.
I had to reach for them. But it's really about, it's a place, we're not just going to be unmasked and crazy and create chaos. That's not the only reason why we're there.
No.
Or
it's like 25% of why we're there.
Maybe 60. But we want you to also learn how to have a better version of yourself in your daily life, how to decrease your overwhelm, how to do mindset work and meditation work, because those things reset us when we're in that burnout spiral, when we're frustrated with life, how to create accommodations for ourselves. That scaffolding that Vida just mentioned is amazing and massive and a huge part of understanding how to decrease your neurodivergent symptoms in day-to-day life. Can we get rid of them? No, that's not a thing. But we can create better versions of life by understanding how to adapt and create the support systems we need. A community or a tribe, and I really do call it a tribe, and I know some people have trouble with that word, but I call it a tribe because a tribe is a deeply connected group of individuals who understand each other and bring their own strengths and weaknesses to the crowd. And that's what our tribe that we are building through this trip is for. We want to give you the community that you need. We want to teach you how to build habits the neurodivergent way, because there is a way to build habits when you are neurodivergent that is sustainable. And so I call it semi-sustainable because we don't do consistent sustainable, like daily. We don't want to. Who wants to do that? That's boring. But you can build habits, did you know, without doing it every single day.
Yeah. It is, it's building yourself a menu. a menu of things that you can use. Maybe some days you feel like chicken nuggets. Maybe some days your hyperfixation food is white rice. I mean, whatever it is, we want to build you a menu of coping skills that you can use at any given time. And I tell people this in coaching. I used to tell kids this when I would teach. I'm going to teach you things and that you are going to be able to learn it and utilize outside of your interactions with me. That's my whole goal, is to make it to where you can go out into the world, you can go out into the Disney park, you can go out into these places with or without me, and you can replicate these things on your own. That we want you to have these. Like it's the teach a man to fish thing, right?
And you learn better when you play. Your brain accepts it and will adapt it, and you will use it more. So we're going to teach you the science behind Disney. I am in the process. This is my current hyper focus, and it's been a hyper focus for months on end. The science of Disney. The science of Disney can be adapted and be used for better productivity, better focus, less overwhelm, all of these things. And I'm going to teach you how to use all of the things that you love about Disney, because every single person is going to have a different thing that they love about Disney. A different kind of music, a different sound, a different sight, a different texture, a different smell. So how do we recreate that at home? And I'm going to teach you to recognize those things and then adapt it to home. We're going to teach you how to do meditation rock star style, which is multi-sensory meditation. And yes, meditation can be multi-sensory. We're also going to teach you, or I'm not, John is going to teach Tangle meditation, Zen Tangle meditations, because being able to do something that's quiets your brain and focuses you in and is acceptable to do in a company meeting or at the parent teacher conference that you're stuck going to, or whatever the thing that's overwhelming to you. You need a version of calming to do everywhere. And we're going to teach you that. We're going to teach you habit building skills. We're going to teach you how to play. Not play therapy. If you go to a play therapy, there are play therapists who have degrees and masters and PhDs and this stuff. That's not what we're teaching you. We're teaching you to be neurodivergent.
And I'm teaching people play therapy as things that I've learned in my classroom. These are things that I learned that if you help people do, that they can tap into a piece of themselves that they haven't before. Because, you know, we all have five senses. And I know there's always like, oh, there's more, there's this and that. Being able to play helps you tap into a completely different sense of self. And as neurodivergent people, we're super sensitive to external stimuli, but it's really about packaging and framing. Because think about this. If you really like something, you could read a book on it or do the thing in the middle of a hurricane, and nothing outside of yourself is going to bother you because you like it, right? You're in it. But if you don't like something and you're trying to do it, then every little piece of outside stimuli distracts you. So it's not that we can't learn or do stuff or things like that. It's that we have to be taught how to turn some of our senses on and off.
And we have to understand how to maximize the senses that are good for us, decrease the senses that are overwhelming to us, how to adjust to the energy in that. There's so many levels to this, and how to create the dopamine we need. We need dopamine, and our body is not using the dopamine the right way. So we need to create more in order to mask for that inability to process well. So we're going to teach you how to do all those things and overcome burnout.
Yeah.
To teach you how to overcome burnout, which is a huge problem when we're ADHD. We're also going to teach you to recover.
And that's the thing. So all of the things that we're teaching you, there are going to be aspects of it, right? Because Danielle and I are all about the most bang for your buck. So we're going to teach you how to utilize this as a coping skill, how to use it as a transitioning skill, how to use it as a calming skill, how to use it in your own life versus the Disney park. We're going to do things together. It's not going to be just one of those boring conferences where you just sit around and you're like, oh my gosh, this is super boring, right? The ones that are supposed to be for our brains that are neurodivergent friendly and they just aren't. That's one of the reasons we're having at Disney, because we have to have short, concentrated bursts of programming, and then we have to go
And
play.
apply.
We have to go walk around. We have to go do things. We have to be stimulated. And then we have to have someone that's like, okay, everybody meet up if you want, because we're going to bring it down. We're going to self-regulate. We're going to calm and kind of lead you through that. Because I don't know about other people, but growing up, one of the things that I struggled with the most, and Coach Ron talks about this, is temperance, right? Because we're either all on or all off, not in the middle.
I tend to be an all on energy person, and it will take. I kind of pick on her and call her Mama Vida sometimes, because it takes Vida to remind me that I need to slow down, I need to recover, or I'm going to burn myself out. And there are a few different kinds of burnout when you are neurodivergent. There is that deep, horrible burnout that can take a year or more to recover from. But there's those temporary burnouts where we burn ourselves out over a couple days and then takes 2-3 days to recover. We're going to teach you to do that in the moment so that you don't walk away from this trip unable to recover from it, because that's a big deal when you're neurodivergent. So we're doing all of those things, and we're doing this at Disney World. Yes, we keep mentioning that over and over and over again because we want you to understand Disney World is the important piece here. So what do you get when you get a ticket to this? It's $2,800 right now until April 19th. It goes up $250 every single month because our costs go up. The closer we get, the more tickets that are purchased, our costs go up. So, but it's $2,800. It includes a 4 days in a Disney World Skyliner resort. We have 1 or 2 hotels that we're going to choose depending on how many tickets are sold. So it's either Pop Century or Art of Animation. We haven't figured out which one we want to be in yet. You get all of your meals. So you get 2 meals a day and a snack. So you get a sit-down meal, a quick service meal, and a snack. You get the Magic Band Plus to make getting in your room and getting your food all easy. You also get magic photos. So all of your photos that you get while you're on the ride, the stupid ones with your mouth open, screaming, closing your eyes, whatever that is. But also all of the professional ones in front of the castle, in front of the Millennium Falcon. Okay, I keep mentioning that because, yes, I want that one. In all of those professional photos, you get those too, as well as character photos. So if you want to do character meet and greets, that's all included. You get the coaching package, and our coaching package is a $2,500 value coaching package. So the trip is valued at $2,200, the Magic Band, the coaching, a bunch of cool gifts. So we got some cool things coming on. So the total value of this trip is $6,000. The Disney package alone is $2,200, and we're charging you $2,800. We are not looking to get rich off of this. This is not we want to be 7-figure business owners, get rich retreat thing. That's not what this is for. This is for you. We've got multiple ways to pay. We've got weekly payments, monthly payments, one-time payment, and you get a discount if you do the one-time payment. You also have the ability to do third-party repay. So like PayPal, Afterpay, Klarna, there's a few of them that you have the option. You can get the payments down. Somebody was looking at it the other day and they saw $62, which is the lowest we've seen so far. $62 over 23 months or something, to be able to afford to go do this really, really easily. That's a monthly payment. $62. That's less than our cable bills for most of us, or our internet bills, to get all of these things. And
it's definitely lower than mine.
and if you are a coach, if you are a therapist, if you are a teacher, if you are a parent of kids that are neurodivergent, you're going to walk away with all of the resources. We're not going to give them to you in Disney World. We will give them to you digitally for all of the things that we're teaching, so that you can take it back and teach everybody else, which means if you own your own business, this just became a write-off for you.
Yes.
So we're giving you Disney World, all of your food, all of your entertainment, training, support, and we've hired a organizational psychologist, a PhD, that is going to be there to support everyone. She's an expert in accommodations and teaching people how to decompress and all of those things. And we have hired her to be there to support all of our attendees so that they have the support they need, as well as the coaching staff. There's a coaching staff of 3, plus a Jessica, who is the PhD. So there's a coaching staff of 4. You're going to have air tags on all of us so you can find us in any park anywhere. And all of this includes a park hopper pass for 3 days.
Yeah. I mean, it is a ton. And we believe in this. We want to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. And we realize that going on a trip and doing these things may not be within everyone's budget. And that's fine. That's why we have online summits too. But this one is an actual trip at a park. And we feel really, really deeply about being able to teach you things and that you immediately get to put it into practice while you're playing at Disney.
Mm-hmm. And I think that this is a really important, I mean, Disney World, fun, amazing. We can unmask. And you know what? You can walk around in the goofiest, weirdest clothes and act the weirdest and be just as energetic as the 3-year-old walking next to you. And nobody is going to look at you funny, even the neurotypicals in Disney World, which is why we've picked this space to be the space to teach you unmasking, because it is a safe space to unmask. You're going to be in a safe group. We're going to have all kinds of support systems in place for you. And Vida and I are hyper focusing on our Disney bounds because we are going to unmask to our ultimate levels as much as possible because we can. It's a safe space to do it. And the unmasking is a huge part of acceptance and growth when you are neurodivergent. And I don't care what your flavor of neurodivergence is. Are you ADHD? Are you bipolar? Do you have a crap ton of learning disabilities? Are you autoimmune compromised? I am. There's a way to do Disney and be autoimmune compromised. I will teach you how to do that safely. There are levels, so we would talk ahead of time so that I can make sure that we're handling all of those things. But there's so many ways and so many different flavors of neurodivergence that this will work for. I'm also going to tell you, if you are, like I said, if you are a parent of divergence, this is a trip for you, not with your kids.
Yeah.
This is for you to come learn how to show them how to do all of those things as well.
And it's important that, I think for some people, this might feel like, taking a trip without my kids, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not taking my kids, and they're all like, oh, but mom. And I'm like, but this is for me to learn how to work with my brain. This is for me to teach other people how to work with their brain. And when our kids are there, which I love my children, especially at Disney, but when our kids are there, our mindset is very different. We go into strategic, organizational caregiver mode. We're not taking care of ourselves.
And we want you to take care of you. And again, if you aren't neurodivergent and you want to attend because you work with those, you are a parent to a teacher of, a therapist of, a coach, a life coach who happens to have people that are neurodivergent in your world, this trip is for you too, because you really can learn all of the things. And you can also laugh at all of us that are hyperactive and all of that stuff and enjoy and release your own frustrations, overwhelm, everything that comes just from day-to-day life. We all have frustrations in day-to-day life. And if you're not neurodivergent, this will be a deeply renewing trip for you.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, please let us know. Leave comments below. Rain, thank you for commenting. She totally agrees with us. I hope you have an amazing day. We're going to definitely come and do actual trainings here in YouTube, here and there as we go forward. But we wanted to get all of this information out there. Again, you can go to ndoutloud.com, and NeuroDopaminey EduventureQuest is a tab up in the top. And that is what we've named the trust, because it's about neurology, your neurological everything, your symptoms, your executive dysfunction, your functions, and all of the pluses that go with it. It is all about dopamine. It is an adventure, and you're going to learn all kinds of things with us. So we hope you go on this quest with us, and we hope to see you there. Have an amazing day, everyone.
Bye, guys.